Get ready for the action, because Jaylen Brown absolutely exceeded expectations in the 2026 season. We dive into the incredible retrospective of Brown's career, looking at how he stepped up as the #1 option and proved every doubter wrong with a season that defined his leadership and statistical dominance. And finally, we wrap up this massive story about Jaylen Brown's reign and his ongoing battle with the media. Don't miss a single moment of this epic saga. Stay tuned right now for all the latest on the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown has cemented his status as a transformative leader for the Boston Celtics, delivering what he described as his favorite season in the NBA, despite significant team upheaval. Entering the 2025-26 season, the Celtics faced a challenging landscape, with key players like Luke Kornet, Jrue Holiday, Al Horford, and Kristaps Porzingis departing, and Jason Tatum facing an Achilles injury, placing Jaylen Brown in the unenviable position of carrying the primary offensive load for the franchise during his 10th season. Brown proactively embraced this leadership role, emphasizing the need to integrate new players to build chemistry and trust, successfully silencing initial skepticism. The season proved to be a statistical masterpiece for Brown, culminating in personal career highs across nearly every metric in 71 games. He averaged 28.7 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 5.1 assists, leading the NBA in field goals made, attempted, and two-pointers attempted per game. Brown reached his 5th All-Star appearance and is on track for a first or second-team All-NBA selection, alongside being a finalist for the NBA Social Justice Champion. Despite a difficult start, including a 0-3 record following a loss to the Detroit Pistons, Brown demonstrated resilience. He rallied the team after the initial stumble, stressing the need for improvement on the glass, and the Celtics managed to secure an 11-17 record in November, avoiding 3 consecutive losses. Brown captured the Eastern Conference Player of the Week award twice in December and tied Larry Bird for the Celtics franchise record with 9 consecutive 30-point games. His performance peaked in January when he showcased fearless play against the hot Los Angeles Clippers, tying his career high with 50 points. Brown's versatility was evident as he continued to deliver high-level performances through February, including a 33-point outing in Dallas. March brought the return of Jason Tatum, reigniting discussions about the duo's chemistry. The team's trajectory toward contention was tested in crucial matchups against the San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder. Brown delivered an MVP-level performance against OKC, putting up 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists to lead Boston to a significant victory, signaling that the team was poised for a title run. In the subsequent playoff run against the Philadelphia 76ers, Brown was instrumental, averaging 26.8 points in the first 4 games. However, the series ultimately ended in a heartbreaking loss in Game 7, where Brown delivered a valiant effort but the Celtics fell short, marking a franchise record defeat. Looking ahead, questions surrounding Brown's future loom large. Potential scenarios include a trade to a team like the Bucks for Giannis Antetokounmpo, though concerns exist regarding contract extensions given his injury history. Conversely, Brown has shown no overt desire to leave Boston, having built deep personal ties through community involvement. With him approaching his 30th birthday, and given the strong chemistry with a healthy Jason Tatum, Speculation points toward Brown remaining as the cornerstone of a potential championship contender for the upcoming season. Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown has escalated his confrontation with ESPN personality Stephen A. Smith, directly addressing Smith's recent commentary and issuing a pointed ultimatum regarding Smith's role in sports media. Brown returned to his Twitch channel on Sunday night to respond to Smith's critique of Brown's post-Game 7 livestream, using strong language to challenge Smith's narrative framing. Brown criticized Smith for focusing on a narrative that portrayed him as selfish, arguing that Smith misinterpreted Brown's comments about having a favorite season. Brown contended that his enjoyment stemmed from the team's collective fight, growth of teammates, and chemistry, contrasting this with Smith's perceived focus on individual achievements. The exchange intensified when Brown addressed Smith's suggestion that he should remain silent unless he was seeking a trade. Brown emphatically rejected this, stating, "I want you to be quiet and get off these networks because you're not using your platform to do real journalism. You're using your platform to use clickbait." Brown further challenged Smith's fixation on other topics, specifically questioning why Smith focused on the relationship between Brown and Tatum rather than focusing on the game and Brown's performance. This clash is part of a broader pattern of friction between athletes and media personalities. Brown has previously expressed frustration with Smith's approach, labeling him as the face of clickbait media. Brown reiterated his offer to Smith, demanding that he retire to restore integrity within journalism, suggesting that Smith's continued presence is driven by sensationalism rather than genuine sports journalism. The dispute echoes past tensions, including interactions with LeBron James, highlighting a growing divide over journalistic standards versus engagement-driven content creation in sports media. Boston Celtics superstar Jaylen Brown has escalated tensions with ESPN host Stephen A. Smith following a recent playoff loss, engaging in a direct public confrontation. The feud began after Smith criticized Brown after the Celtics' 3-1 defeat to the Philadelphia 76ers in the first round. In response, Brown used X, formerly Twitter, to issue a pointed message, urging Smith to be quiet and retire, and to focus on what the public desires. Smith countered by expressing affection, stating he would not engage further, and suggesting Brown was overreacting given his team's performance. Smith noted Brown's status as a champion and Finals MVP, emphasizing that the situation was about Brown's actions, not him. However, Brown appears to have further ammunition, taking another direct shot at Smith during a live stream on Twitch. During the broadcast, Brown addressed the media dynamic, mocking Smith by stating, "It's my job to talk to the media." He then delivered a scathing critique of the perceived game dynamics, asserting that the current approach was delusional and that others were self-serving. Brown concluded by threatening to confront Smith and other personalities directly in person, declaring, "I will let you know that it is F***CK Stephen A, Stephen B, Stephen C, directly to your face." He reinforced his stance with the assertion, "It is what it is." As of the report, Stephen A. Smith has yet to respond to Brown on social media, leaving the possibility that the on-air personality may address the matter during a future First Take segment. This exchange is part of a recurring pattern of heated exchanges between Smith and active NBA players, including previous confrontations with LeBron James. Boston Celtics superstar Jaylen Brown has escalated the tension with Stephen A. Smith, delivering a pointed message regarding the media and the discourse surrounding his performance. Following a recent 3-1 playoff loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, Brown had previously urged Smith to be quiet and retire. Smith responded by downplaying the conflict, stating he had love for Brown and that the focus was on the player, not the commentary. However, Brown has continued the direct engagement, taking on Smith in a live stream on Twitch. During the broadcast, Brown directly challenged Smith, mocking the media's role and criticizing what he perceived as a delusion in how others view his game. Brown asserted, "It ain't your job to be a clown." He further criticized the perceived self-absorption of others, stating, "This whole playing the game, this delusion that y'all got, that y'all running with. That y'all making it seem like I'm playing the game, I'm pulling the ladder down. Y'all not doing nothing but helping your mother *seeking selves. Brown concluded by threatening direct confrontation, promising to address Smith and others directly if they encountered him in person. Brown maintained a firm stance, concluding his remarks with, "It is what it is." As of the report, Stephen A. Smith has not yet issued a public reply, leaving the confrontation hanging in the air. This exchange marks another instance of heated exchanges between Smith and active NBA players, highlighting the ongoing friction between sports commentators and elite athletes.